So we've got Braxton, Braden, Jaden, Hayden, Caitlin, Paigelyn, Jordan, and Amberlyn, who are all sharing this 2-centimeter crawl space, which they get all to themselves. So my eldest Braxton has been complaining to me that the curtains aren't enough privacy because he's wanting to do some hand exercises, apparently. I mentioned a Planet Fitness membership and he yelled at me saying that I wouldn't understand. Son, I do a lot of hand exercises myself. What is he talking about? Van life parents have successfully managed to glorify homelessness because when you're poor and are living in a vehicle, that's exactly what it's called. But when you're on hundreds of thousands of... It's van life, apparently. The parents who are opting in for this lifestyle usually never take their kids' thoughts, feelings, and developmental needs into consideration. Being crammed into a vehicle where you have no escape from your 10 siblings and parents is a life no one should be subjected to, especially when you don't have to be. Your birthday wishes as a kid should be a new toy, maybe an iPad for school, or a giant birthday party at an arcade, not to be spending the night in a hotel room so that you're not having to schedule your showers, getting a good night's sleep, and having proper space away from everybody. This is the worst of van life families. Meet the family of nomads. 5 people living in a camper full time. What could possibly go wrong?
We do have a washer and dryer in our camper, but we've been camping without sewer connections for almost 2 weeks, and we really need to go to the laundromat.
So the kids have no clean clothes, nowhere to dookie, and have to wait to shower. Sounds like such a lovely way of life. But my question with these families has always been, what happens when it comes to furious mattress time? With 4 people, what if you want to have a husband and wife relationship, and then she shows the dryer on spin cycle? That noise alone is not enough to mask the fact that mum and dad are having sex. The kids can definitely hear it, and if you think they can't, well, they sure as hell can feel it. It's just another example of how selfish and self-serving these kinds of parents are, that they can't even wait until their kids aren't in the vicinity before they start committing mattress actress work. You chose the road life, didn't you? Privileges like this get taken away, along with the kids' right to privacy and space.
Living in our RV, and we've been traveling the country for the past 2 years. In the back of the camper is where the kids sleep. Grace is 11 and sleeps on the top bunk. TJ is 9 and sleeps on the bottom. We also have 3 pet rats.
The kids are secluded into tiny rectangles with no other form of privacy from each other, just a flap of fabric. Meanwhile, the parents are living it up in their XL bedroom with a bedroom door, a massive bed with storage and dressers.
It's our bedroom. This bed lifts up for storage. I've got some shelves over there, and then this like literal walk-in closet. And here.
But they're kids, drama queen. They're not going to be affected by it at all. You wouldn't know. Oh yeah? The eldest child struggles with an ED and mental health issues. These things being heavily publicized by her mother on social media.
Addison has struggled with their mental health for many years. Addison is currently back in treatment and won't be in our content during this time.
The same kid that wanted to spend a night in a hotel room for their birthday.
For Addison's 15th birthday, the only thing they wanted was to go to a hotel.
In a now deleted vlog, one of the things that the eldest stated, which I found to be quite interesting, was that they appreciated that the hotel had doors. That just says it all in of itself. The mum even knows that these children cannot handle the lifestyle that she is so desperately clinging on to, that even when the children were leaving this hotel, they were very sad. sad. Furthermore, what I also find interesting is that the eldest has autism. Most autistic people crave a sense of stability. In other words, sameness. But it's not working out because the eldest is always in a state of difference, constantly being subjected to change, which in turn overwhelms them to no end. A doctor had even advised the mum that they need to be in a stable situation, so they went stationary for less than 6 months.
Honestly, it has really sucked being stationary for the past 6 months in Florida. I am so over this and ready to start traveling again. After 2 years of traveling prior to this, I just am ready to leave.
Before selfishly getting back into the van life. As of late, the parents have ditched the van life, bought a house, and have gone stationary for now. The children are seen to be a lot happier, so that's all that matters. What a lot of these van life parents don't consider is how someone else other than them feels. Being forced to sleep on what's essentially a yoga mat shoved into a little box with a fancier version of a sleeping bag. The parents are quite on track to landing themselves in the wrinkle dungeon.
So this is my 3 kids' bunk area. So they each have a sleeping bag that has a zip all the way down. They're machine washable and they have an extra throw blanket in case it gets really cold. I also got these little affirmation boards for them for Christmas, so they are going to get stuck up on their wall.
Now these kids don't even get a curtain flap. What if little Braxton and Brayden get into it because Braxton fell onto Brayden while the van was driving? He can't slam his door shut and he also can't angrily pull a curtain over himself. Just gotta lay there in absolute rage until he gets yelled at to get over it.
And each kid has a tab, so green is Hugo, pink is Hazel, blue is Hudson. Whatever toys fit in the crate can come. What they can't fit in here does not come.
I'm sorry, but imagine trying to fit your entire life into a tiny ass basket. As always, I'm sure the parents get to keep all of their belongings and not have them secluded to just one little ass plastic crate. One thing these van life parents seem to have in common is trying to convince the public on a daily basis that actually, yes, the kids do have privacy.
How do RV kids get privacy? We get this question all the time, and a lot of times people assume. So thank you for asking and not just saying, oh, but they don't have any privacy. Our number one answer is always communication and boundaries.
It's just behind a little curtain flap.
Check out the kids' bunk room. We finally finished and they got curtains.
Hey guys, this is my bunk bed. This is where I keep all my toys. This is my stash. Don't tell anyone. Decorate my room with the eat, sleep game. And these are my stuffed animals.
Bye.
Hi, this is my bunk bed. I love sleeping in it. I even have all my stuffed animals fitting in it.
Oh, why did you pick the top bunk?
I think it's cool to sleep in it because I never really actually slept in one before. This is my bunk room. I painted it and I decorated it all by myself. I love to draw in my bedroom, so I keep all of my stuff back here.
You like your new curtain? Bye.
Hi, this is all my drawings in my bedroom.
You like your bedroom? Do you like sleeping in your bedroom with your siblings?
I wish this was only all our beds.
You wish you could all sleep together?
Yes.
Aww.
The kids seem to have a little bit of room to place and store their belongings close to them, and even are allowed to customize what little space they do have. But tell me why the second child is literally sniffing the ceiling! At the very least, the other kids seem to have a little bit of room. But let's chuck Pagelin into a 2-centimeter crawl space. Could you imagine how many times this kid is waking up with a egg on their head from bashing the ever-living shit out of it when she goes to sit up to whiz? No, that's not even funny, Caitlin. Or what about if she's waking up from a nightmare? Ah, and I may be right because, again, explain these dents. Why doesn't the other kid have that on hers? But speaking of the other kid, she's tired, man.
I love to draw in my bedroom, so I keep all of my stuff back here.
You like your new curtain? Bye.
She couldn't even be acting like she enjoys the space she has. I love how the mum asked the youngest if she enjoys sharing this space with her siblings, and the question wasn't posed to the eldest because, I mean, the video would have been useless. I couldn't even imagine doing this long term, even further by my own parents' choice. And that's what frustrates me the most, because the kids have to resort to storing every single thing they own where they sleep because there's literally no other spot for them to put everything. When you have more than one kid, especially 4 kids, this is quite literally one of the worst living situations when it's by choice. These kids' parents are so obsessed with social media points and aesthetics and trying to sell other families this delusional lifestyle.
Our bedroom, we have a full closet and this comfy bed that we absolutely love. It's a queen bed.
Oh my god, are we even surprised that the parents have a massive room with plenty of storage options? I cannot deal with these people anymore, and I'm not even the one who's living in the situation. They are always putting themselves before their kids and their developmental needs. You kind of lost that right when you had all of these kids. Did it not ever cross your mind that you would have to think about someone else other than yourself, especially when you are bringing 4 little people into this world? The mum literally says that she has absolutely no plans of ever moving back into a house, which is genuinely so unfair on the kids because they don't get a say in all of this. You clearly not only have the means, but it's not even a beneficial situation. All right, you travel to the zoo and aquarium sometimes, but any kid given the opportunity would choose being secure in a house where they have their own space, where they have their own privacy, where they can actually think and breathe as opposed to having none of that at all. But my question is, what happens when these kids start growing up and require a bigger space? What happens when they grow out of these 2-centimeter crawl spaces? We have the answer, and it's interesting. What happens when these kids are older and want their own space? They get their own space?
Check out the kids' bunk room. We finally finished and they got curtains.
By own space, do you mean these little ass cubby holes, or what is wrong with you? You can hear every fart, smell every sweaty sock, and you don't even have the privacy to develop as a teenager. Overall, these parents who are opting in for these aesthetic, luscious van life situations are, in my opinion, stupid. There are so many anonymous posts on Reddit from the kids who are stuck in these van life influencer situations, and it's not fair on them.
I'm a teen in a full-time RV living vlogging family and I can't effing stand it. I am going to leave out any identifying information as I am a minor, so bear with me. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate being homeschooled. I hate not being able to maintain a social life. I have online friends, but it's not exchangeable for a true social life. I hate having so little privacy. I hate having to pretend to be happy with this. I hate living in a sanctuary, not a home. We travel full-time. I know, it sounds like a dream. I thought so too, but it's a effing nightmare. It's hard to enjoy anything with a camera over your shoulder at times. Numerous times, we've stopped at places just for my mom to get out and take her little videos, and family photos, and then right back in we go. On the road. To the next stop. 90% of our time is spent in the actual RV, which is living hell in its own right. I just want a private, normal life, but no.
It's really sad, and it causes more harm than good, especially, okay, if you have the means to live in a house as opposed to this $500,000 RV. So with all of that being said, everybody, if you would like a part 2 on this, please let me know down in the comments section below. This is quite a very new topic for me, and I would love to look into this even further for you guys. Take care of yourselves, and most of all, love your fucking selves.